Hello and welcome to the DFS_PhD show for today, the Showdown show, the 20th of November for the Monday Night Millionaire. Remember, you're good enough, you're strong enough, and gosh darn it, someone's got to win that money. Might as well be us some days. I did okay on the main slate NFL, but the night I didn't make it home in time to do the Sunday Night Football unique stuff. But overall, it was interesting. I didn't see Habes in the top or Sheets in the top 10. Probably was in the top 20, but I did see him at the top of the leaderboard. And I bring him up. There were some stinkers, blah, blah, blah. I went really, so obviously anybody who's doing well up until the last drive had a tough end of the game yesterday. You guys know if you watched the stream last game, who told you to take Josh Oliver? Who said, hey, what's the odds that Josh Oliver gets a few catches in this game? It was me. I told you to play that specific tight end, not just my general advice about backup tight ends. That specific one is good. So I was very happy that that panned out. Also for me specifically, not to the tune of $200 after the last drive. I was sweating though. I was like in fifth place, and I was thinking, oh gosh, I wish I had entered all that. But you can't think like that. And plus, today is a millie, so I don't want to use up my luck the day before a millie. Like, think if you'd been the guy, somebody's won like 800,000. It's Mr. Wonka Man. He's been on our list a lot. I don't know if he was on the list last night. He did win last night, so let's check. Mr. Wonka Man, no, Mr. Good Seats, that's who I was thinking of. But Mr. Wonka Man was not in our top 10 last night when he took down, but that's his fourth one. He's won $800,000 in showdowns in the last few days. But imagine if he doesn't win tonight, somebody else wins $1 million. He's not going to feel great about that. I wouldn't feel great about that either. However, it's a pretty fun slate. You don't have to make very many crazy choices to get different. I found I was able to get a lot of lineups I liked with Sheets Condition, which is a geometric mean of ownership of about 19. So I think that'll keep us into a pretty good with the settings, underneath 49,800 as well. That should keep us away from a number of dupes. Now, I'm just looking at the breakdown of these lineups for the first time. Do I think I'm going to get to 55% Justin Watson? No, but I'll take 25%. He's got that same, he's got the big play upside. They like to throw him the ball long. He could win you the game, but I'd probably rather have more. Jalen Hurts. Yeah. I'm allowing Harrison Butker because 1.2% is not correct. His chance of optimal today. Like, if they stop Kansas City 5 times, that's going to be 5 Harrison Butker field goals, probably the way these games work. So I'll take a smattering of him at captain. MVS is somebody who I just like. He's won me big game moments a lot. And plus, he's just like sometimes filters open or across the middle when all the rest of the good receivers are covered. So I think that might happen. That's why I got him in the cap. Plus he's like good value today. If you want a real punt captain, you can try your Calcaterra lineups, obviously, with Goddard out. But I'm just going to slam Calcaterra in the flex spots. Let's look at the flex spots now for today. Kelsey, yep. Oh, only 20% Calcaterra. I was allowing up to 30%. I thought for sure I'd get to my quota. That's okay. I'm not going to jam in Calcaterra. He's just an okay play. There's a decent chance he doesn't catch a single pass. I mean, his backup could be favored. Who knows? I did not take out the defenses. The defenses are fine plays today because nobody's going to play them. 15%. That's fine leverage for a defense. Against a running quarterback, you know how it happens. Yeah, he gets out there on the edge, ball's a little too far away, pop out, pick six. I mean, not pick six. The guy scoop and score, whatever they call it. But anyway, so you can see my general exposures here. A lot of AJ Brown, a lot of Travis Kelce, a lot of Patrick Mahomes. Almost no Hurts in flex is interesting. Hurts as 30% captain, but then 20% flex. I like that. Either he gets there or he doesn't. That's a good stand to take. I think that's fun. And then Mahomes, I got 65%. We just add up all these. So 70, 100, 125% of the quarterbacks. So 25% of my lineups are probably 2 quarterback lineups. That's fine for a high, that means there are 2 quarterback lineups and meeting the condition of uniqueness. So that's fine with me. So last week, Swift had 2 fumbles. One way you can play this slate is to predict something different happens this week because of the fumbles. You do have cheap, because after the fumbles, you did see your first ever snaps for, not ever, but first carries for, what's his name, that I have X'd out. Rashad Penny, he did touch the ball. If he is active, he's liable to touch the ball again, particularly if there's another fumble. Gainwell, that's the one where I really think there's a possibility. Oh, great, spilled coffee all over myself. But I think Gainwell's like, he's been preferred in the past to Swift in some circumstances, and I think it's possible that you would see them go with Gainwell over Swift from the start, not just if there's another mistake. That was kind of a lot of mistakes last week for Swift. So yeah, that's a place I haven't made a play yet. I don't think it's necessary to make that play, but if you're a punitive middle school football coach inclined kind of guy, and you think that might happen today, you can play it. It's an option. I pulled up. I just want to see what kind of rates the backup tight ends were getting. Jack Stoll, yeah. So there's the situation. Jack Stoll's not very good. That's why we're playing Calcaterra. Jack Stoll's available as far as I'm aware, but let's look at our projections. 2.94 for Stoll and 2.97 for Calcaterra. Yeah, that's about right. That's what I was thinking as well. But wow, look at the ownerships. Okay, I thought that was 0.92% owned. No, it's like, it is a little bit weird that Stoll is going to be less owned than Calcaterra. I guess it's the value. Never mind. It's not weird at all. You can probably include Stoll in the field, though. I did not in my first draft. I definitely am now, thinking through. Why are these guys being projected for 3 points? I mean, like, Goddard even wasn't having that good of a year, and they're not projecting him for Goddard work, right? Like, Goddard was getting 16 points per 100 snaps and 60 snaps a game. So 0.6 times 16. That's a lot of points to go around. 0.6 times 16. I'm working myself into a ladder here, guys. 9.6. All right. So these guys need to add up to 9.6 because Goddard is not a high bar to clear. He's like doing okay. He's passable. So let's say these guys are currently adding up to 6. We want to distribute at least 9 points among them. So that means giving each of them 1.5 more points. Because I don't know who it is. And for me, it's a complete coin flip as to the usage of these guys. I mean, at all, who knows? So obviously, the more popular piece should be Calcaterra, but because of the pricing, like we just zoom over to that part of the screen. I got to get out of here, finish up. Okay, so yeah, 200 versus Stoll is 3,200. So you see why it's going to be hard for people to get to Stoll because like he actually costs money. Yeah. Okay, I think I've said pretty much all the stuff I've got to say about this slate. I think you should try to get as unique as you're comfortable with. And by the way, given the size, so like in the geometric mean and field size calculation here, we reload it for today. So the sheet's condition is only expecting 5 duplicates. So we're still not going to get fully unique necessarily. I think it'll probably be a few uniques and 5 will be the median, but we'll find out tonight. I would like to have a few shots at $1 million, so that's always fun to say, especially when you look at this profile. A few shots at $1 million with these captains? Yeah. All right, I'll take that. All right, guys, remember, you're good enough, you're strong enough, and gosh darn it, someone's got to win that money, and might as well be us being millionaires.